MNC, it's MNC. He gon' rack it up, get your game on, and he gon' bag it up. Y'all know what Mooch on, Mooch and Crap, Mooch and Crap, Mooch and Crap, Mooch and Crap. It's that time to get ready for the MMC show. Grab your coffee or your liquor, cause we ready to roll. They talking games, plus some gadgets, and you already know. Dial that number, leave them questions, and away they go. Be a pony or a bot, the truth be it don't matter. We just gamers talking games, not those drama queens matters. So let's talk about gaming, news, leaks, and reviews. This a fan show on whatever topic y'all choose. True Xbox fans, and y'all know we bleed green. Yet we got every console we can play, everything. Got that Forza, got that Halo, got that Fallout, got that Kratos, got that Zelda, got that Spidey, got that AC, got it Ike, Mooch and Crap. And crap, Mooch and Crap, Mooch and Crap. We just talking about games, no drama. That's how we do. MMC stays a show just for the people. Nostalgia is a hell of a drug to be a fiend to. Gaming is the #1 hobby we all keen to. It's Mooch and Crap, bringing gaming opinions and facts. MMC is back on the map. It's the best for show, and that's that. It's MNC, it's MNC, it's Mooch and Crap. It's Mooch and Crap. MMC is back. MNC is back. It's back. It's back. And y'all already know.
Welcome to the MNC show, and we are live.
Good morning, everybody. It is Sunday morning. Finally, a great temperature to be reported in New York. It is raining, Crap. Okay, we got a little bit of rain here, but I'll be honest with you. The weather's great. You know what I mean? People are actually smiling in the state of New York. It's unbelievable. It takes about 6 months for it to occur.
That is unbelievable. People in New York smile. I don't believe it.
Two things. Good weather does it in the spring, and then occasionally a good pizza. That's about how you kind of,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
when we're well fed. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys get some good pizza up there, and
absolutely. It's all in the water, Crap.
Good weather 2 months out of the year. That ain't half bad. Here in Florida, we put up with these 80s. Oh God, how do we do it?
Texas,
I don't know how you guys do
so
that.
Hot.
Well, you have a fluctuation over there, though, in Texas, though, Gadan. You guys have your cold months.
Yeah.
Doesn't it dip sometimes around into the 40s? You guys
get
get
four
that,
seasons in one day here in Texas a lot.
That is true.
Yeah,
and you guys got to worry about tornadoes and all that kind of crap. We usually don't got to worry about that kind of stuff.
More north towards Dallas area, yeah.
Yeah,
well,
we don't really worry about that stuff here.
So. I want to let the audience know, guys. Tweet out the link. Let everybody know we're live. It is Sunday morning. There's a lot to talk about. We've got voicemails. We've got giveaways actually today. We're giving away 2 $10 Xbox gift cards, and let me tell you something. That's courteous of a great fan of the show. And Gadan, great new artwork too by a great fan. So I just want to say it's outstanding to see.
Thank you. I appreciate
everybody's
that.
support. yes.
His artwork doesn't look like discount art anymore. You know what I mean?
No. Looks like something Mooch made prior, and I can't draw a stick figure. I can't.
I can't either, but still, it looks so much better. It looks awesome.
It does. It looks great. Crap. I put it in the headline here. I've got it in the description. It's the deal heard around the world. Okay. I mean, people have been talking about it nonstop. Microsoft and Sony. I think a lot of people are tuning in this morning to kind of hear about it. And I mean, listen, I got to be honest with you. I think this is probably the greatest thing to happen to all of us in a while, because if you're enjoying gaming on the PlayStation, your services are about to go through the roof. You're about to get that Azure service that I think a lot of Sony fans have really coveted and wanted it, and now they're going to get a chance for that. And I think if you're an Xbox fan, the one thing that Xbox division has needed is, not that Microsoft needs it as a whole. Of course, the company doesn't. We know that they do financially quite well. But the Xbox division to be able to grab another source of income coming in on a steady rate, that's something where you pay monthly. It's like a Netflix. So when you belong to the Azure service, Crap, you're paying monthly, okay?
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? It's surprising to me, because I can remember people going, well, they'll never do that. They'll never go with Microsoft, because then it'll be like admitting their own service was bad. And, they paid all that money for Gaikai. And now you see it, like this was like a plan all along by Microsoft. Hey, Microsoft, kudos to them. They got their finger in a lot of people's pies, and it smells like fish. But anyway, it's one of those things that good on them. No matter who wins, Microsoft wins. Yes, Gadang, fish and finger pie
without the
Yes. So basically Microsoft hedged their bets, said, hey, it don't matter if we sell 10 consoles or 100 million consoles, we're going to win.
That's right.
And they set themselves up. That's what smart business people do. Very much so they've done it. They've been able to accomplish that. So you got to give them nothing but props for that. Respect, even if you don't like the particular direction that they're going. It looks like Sony's kind of going that direction too. Like look, more and more of this cloud gaming stuff scares me as a gamer.
Why is that now, Crap? I mean, honestly, as a gamer's perspective, why is it you say that? It seems to be just an option, right?
Yeah, right now it's an option, but if you look, Ubisoft is saying it's going to be 100% whatever the only way to game in their future. EA, the same thing. There was this developer, I did a video about this the other day. He says there's not even going to be platforms in the future. Just these games that are going to be made running off the cloud and things like that. You have Microsoft fully invested in it, Stadia, Sony. They spent $400 million on Gaikai. Now they're just tossing that out the window to team up with Microsoft to do this. So I think that the future of gaming is we don't own anything, and and we still had to pay full price. Yeah, and we still had to buy everything full price and DLC. And
let's take a step back here for a second. I think we're kind of ignoring our
I don't
recent
think. By the way, I don't
decade,
think that. I don't think that's 5 years. Like I think we've got time left.
Absolutely,
where it is an option for sure.
But
I'm just talking long term.
The consumers have spoke, Crap, and they spoke a long time ago. I'm not talking about recently. I'm not talking about the past 12 months. These studies have been done over the past 10 years, and we've seen that people are okay with Spotify, with Pandora, with Netflix, with GameFly, with fill in the blank for anything you pay monthly, phone services, heck, your heat bill. Okay? It doesn't matter what it is. These are what people have said are okay for generations if you're going to go back to heat bill and oil bill, things like that. Okay? This is what's affordable for people. They feel like they can kind of divvy things up and financially handle them month to month. You've said it yourself, too. I went in. I took a few things I was doing monthly. I cut. And you know what? In 6 months, if your financial situation changes, maybe you'll add some services. What I'm saying here is that they're noticing that people don't want to go out and buy. I'm using Gears of War 5 here, for example. They don't want to go out and buy a $60 title, okay, all at once, and maybe only play the single player, or maybe go buy a $60 title and only play the multiplayer. Here's a situation, and I got to say, shout out to Knox on Crossfire. He made a good point. I've been thinking about it over the weekend. That's a lot of consumer base, especially the hardcore, which is leaning usually one way or the other. For $10, Crap, if you have Game Pass and you're only doing it a la carte, for $10, you can go in there, and let's be honest, Crap, you put 30 days in the Gears of War's campaign, you're going to do some damage on that, okay? So you could get away with a $10. Now, if you happen to be somebody that grabbed the 12 months of Game Pass for 6 months pricing, even better for you, okay? It's cheaper. My point is that this is what I think they saw the trends happening going back well over a decade. This isn't something that happened this generation in gaming. These studies have been out there. So I think that's the reason you're seeing this all come to fruition now. And currently, Crap, it is an option. Let's put it this way. 5, 7, 10 years from now, when technology kind of keeps up, and I know you're saying, hey, Mooch, I'm out here in rural Florida, okay, where I got to travel 2 miles to get a gallon of milk. I hear you. Crap, you're not alone.
2? More than 2. 2 miles? No, man, I gotta go a little bit further than that. But if I wasn't lactose intolerant, But be easier to go to the cow next door and milk that shit. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I mean, but in 10 years, I truly believe you're going to have internet that's not only worthy of streaming, but it'll be the accessibility to do what you would like to do as well. I
get it, but I don't want my gaming to be that. That's right, fine. Because I feel like no matter how they do it, it's always going to have some kind of input lag that I'm not comfortable with.
Well, let me ask you a question, Crap. I got a question for you in specific. Yeah. We've talked about this for a while. And me and you over the years, we've said, you get older, you kind of start to play a little bit more single-player games. Yeah. I think your complaints and gripes, which are mine, and I think maybe 70% of gamers, is the whole, what's streaming affecting me with input lag, etc. But let's be honest. Let's say you're playing a single-player game 4 or 5 years from now. Do you think that that's going to impact you? I don't think that would bother you. I think you'll be able to play it through.
Probably less, but I don't want to spend $60 on something that I can't own or play where I have to be completely connected or whatever. Because
Right.
even if they do like fix the internet, like there's always issues or other people watching something, and your stream looks like a VHS cassette at that point. Like that's what happens. You get a full house full of people, and everybody's watching Netflix or something else. And I just think that's a bit of a worry, and the input lag and stuff like that's just, especially like, even though I do like single player games a little bit more, especially lately, I still think that I'm never gonna stop playing the multiplayer stuff. And to me, that especially like Twitch shooters and stuff, you really need that reaction time, that really kind of quick movement. And I feel like that could really hurt and impact that way to play games, because I don't think video games were meant to be played like that. It's one thing when you're watching a movie and you go, oh, well, it's fine, I'm watching a movie. You're not interacting with that movie.
That's true.
It's not like relying on you to do certain things or whatever. So to me, it's a bit of an issue. And again, like you said, I don't even foresee this in the next 10 years being the only option, but I like the writing is on the wall. And the reason being is they have total control over everything, total control over everything. And you own nothing, so and they won't have to really make hardware.
That's the most alarming part. But again, I've got to say, coming from where we were and how we were purchasing last generation and early this generation, I've got people, there's about a handful, and you know this, we've talked to the same people. There's a handful of people that still say that they're buying physical release copies of movies and games. But
yeah, I buy physical games or physical movies because, like I said, if you buy the 4K movie, you get the Blu-ray and the DVD and like the digital one as well. So
let's call it laziness, call it first world problems, call it whatever the heck you want to call it these days, crap. But let's be honest, I still buy the physical movies as well, for the most part. Not all of them. I'm still using a lot of Microsoft Store to purchase movies in ultra high.
I will buy it too when they do sales. I'll buy like the movies for like $3 or $5 or whatever. And but for the most part, like I said, if it's a new release, I'll get the 4K. That way I get the digital anyway.
Absolutely. And that's fine. Yeah. But I mean, like I said, I think people are kind of giving up that I own this. Because let's be honest though, also physical copy of certain things that you've owned in the past. Not really. This isn't a great example, but like take, for example, Forza Horizon, right? Isn't there some, what was it? A music license or a soundtrack license that kind of went past due, and all of a sudden they couldn't have it out there? Was that only digital, or if you had the physical, it still would play? Do you remember that? I think it was the first Forza Horizon. There was an issue with the soundtrack.
Yeah, I remember that. There was an issue with the soundtrack, and
remember the contract was up, I believe.
Yeah, so that's the problem with the racing games, right? And also parts. So they have deals with these parts manufacturers and things like that, they're only short term. Like Michelin tires or whatever, or a certain car manufacturer. Like, remember, there's no Toyotas or something in the new Forza game.
Right.
I don't know how it works, but they took out, I think EA owns like Porsches, and so they had to put in the fake roughs or whatever the hell they are.
Yeah.
But maybe you had Porsches in yours at that time, and that license expires. So that's basically what happens.
But that's part of that digital world, right? Where you kind of give up, right? Because if you have the physical disc, is it still taken out?
Mine?
Yes.
No, I still have unopened packages of discs, dude.
No. I'm saying if somebody owns Forza Horizon, the physical copy, are those songs that were licensed, that were taken out, are those still present, or those are removed?
Those are still present. You can still play them. Yeah.
That's my point. That's what I'm saying. So I think there's still and I said that's why it's a bad example. There's only a few games that kind of fit that realm.
Yeah.
But yeah,
same things happen in the Drive Club. It happens to racing games quite a bit.
Absolutely. I mean, myself personally, like you said, for the foreseeable future, this is everybody in the chat too, and please do tweet it out, let everybody know we're here. I got to be honest with you, you've got at least 10 years. You've got 2020. Okay, these generations are going at least 7 years. So that brings you, if you're just going to follow the same mold, up to 2027 for the PS5 era and whatever the Anaconda era will be classified as. That's what that'll be. I still find it hard to believe that there won't be another SKU come after that. I think at that point, streaming and these other technologies will become more relevant, but I still think there will be a dedicated hardware if you really want the, like they say, the soup and nuts, everything all thrown at you. Because here's the thing. Do you see AMD or Intel or any of these companies slowing down on making their parts for PC builds? No,
they won't. And here's like PC gamers are very strict with how they like their things, right? Like the
absolutely.
ones that spend all that money for 5,000 frames per second
Yes,
and 28K.
that's not
They're
going
not.
away,
Yeah,
crap.
that's not going away. They're going to continue to do that, and they'll rebuff this type of game streaming much more than most, even the console gamers, right?
Right.
So it's hard because I sound like an asshole when I'm like, hey, don't support. I'm not going to support that like game streaming. I couldn't care less about it. But, I know some people who get very excited by it. And I'm like, okay, good for you. But that's just not, it just puts too many variables in, especially if you like multiplayer games, not even for input lag. But if I'm playing console, I want to play against other people in a console. I don't want to play against people streaming a game at a disadvantage, or you know what I'm saying, or
Right.
that's why I don't want to play against PC because I'd be at a disadvantage if they're using mouse and keyboard. I don't want to play against mobile because their inputs suck.
Right.
So it's like there's so many variables there, and I think a lot of times that these companies just want everybody like how they do Fortnite or whatever, but not every game is Fortnite that has that many players where you can span the different bases. Like console plays against console, or you can choose to play against PC or whatever, but mobile is playing against mobile. I think Microsoft in particular just wants everybody to play against everybody. Like
Right.
screw any kind of advantages or disadvantages, So I hope that I'm wrong in that aspect. Hey, I've been wrong before. That I'm not an asshole. I'm wrong a lot, man, but I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong. I just, for me, that is a little bit worrisome, but I'm still enjoying the gaming as of now.
You
Just
should.
I mean, look, we're getting incredible games, and that's, I
It's a
think,
great time to game, crap. I mean, and I know that heck, I got to be honest with you. It's a simple game, $40 title. It may even be reduced right now, crap. I'm enjoying the hell out of World War Z, and
yeah,
it's
I
a
saw you playing
simple
it last
game.
night.
Thank
Yeah.
you, crap. No, I appreciate it. I got to be
Were
honest
you
with you.
streaming it or?
Of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I found it. I got to be
Mooch.
honest with you. I have a really hard time, crap, playing a game without streaming it now. It's very addictive.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fun. I got to be honest with you because it's interaction. It's
Yeah.
interaction.
Hey, Animalia Freak, let me respond real quick. He says, this is just based on where you live, though, crap. If you lived somewhere where there was fast internet, you'd be all in. I'd never be all in on not being able to actually own your games, though. Paying $60 for something you don't own, it's still why I buy the majority of my movies, right? And I still buy a lot of games, too. I mean, I don't open them as much because I like convenience of digital. But when it comes to streaming, I don't think gaming, I just don't think that works as well. And even the companies are saying, yeah, it doesn't work nearly as well. So that's the problem. It has nothing to do with internet. If I had like the world's fastest internet, I'd be streaming like Mooch. I'd be a Twitch superstar.
Huh.
I'd have funny looking hats and
Yeah.
whatever. You know what I mean? Like I could definitely do that. And
my hat purchases are up like 15% this month.
Yeah, you gotta have funny looking hats and stuff, and probably wouldn't hurt to grow some boobs, but
No, grow a beard.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Grow a beard, get spike up your hair in some kind of weird way.
Yep, I just bought a pair of goggles, usually for underwater, but I'm wearing them in the house.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. People are gonna.
I think it's funny. I love that about
it. Get a dog that you could just get in frame with you sometimes, and
not a bad idea.
you rascally you know what I mean. Just gotta then pick him up and just be like, look at this dog, isn't he cute?
Unfortunately, I'm just streaming and talking. I guess I'm letting people down, crap.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just saying, I'd be a great streamer. You know what I mean? I'm very interactive. Yeah, but I don't have. But that would be the only thing that changes for me.
Crap. But wait,
let's go back to streaming stuff.
Let's go back to that point that audience member mentioned. He said if you had better internet, you would be. I got to disagree with you, crap. I don't think that all of a sudden, just because you got crazy great internet, that you're all of a sudden on board with it. I agree with you there. Where I don't agree with you is I think you're a big fan of giving things a shot. You'll try it. Okay, don't knock it till you try it, crap.
Yeah, I tried PlayStation Now before.
Well, again, that was in a bad place at that time.
Yeah.
The service and your internet. So it was just a double whammy.
Yeah.
I think if all of a sudden you up the ante and your internet's better, not today. I'm talking about 5 years from now. I think it may be something that you would do on the fly. You know what I'm saying? Not like something you're going to do. Oh, I'm coming home, throw my keys, put your wallet down, let me stream. No, that's not you. But I do think you would use it more of an option. I just think the fact that the internet situation, and the same thing goes for, and the reason I say that, crap, it's not a pick on you. Sully's got the same internet as you. As a matter of fact, I think you're trumping him.
Yeah.
We're equal. We're tied.
I see. Sully, very strategic
tied.
move there. I see. Yeah.
We're tied. So
we're tied.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, I don't plan
Sully.
on using, even though I think that XCloud stuff is going to be free. Like if you're a gold subscriber, I don't ever plan on using that. Like I don't understand. Like I've never talked to Phil about this, but I would be curious as to what data they're using, where people were like, just normal day-to-day people who have jobs and families were like, man, I wish I could take a dump and play some games on my phone at the same time, man. Phil, make it happen. Like, I don't know. Or like, I know Phil travels a lot, right?
Right.
But isn't that what Play Anywhere was all about? Play it
That's
on your
what I
tablet
thought,
or play it on your, play it on your laptop or something, right? Like, I don't get the whole stream thing.
They're gonna have to better define it, Crap, because I don't think you're the only one in that camp. I think that you have to. They should better explain the situation, because even Mike Ibarra the other day tweeted out. I can't remember the game he was talking about, but he said, "I can't wait." Well, yes, it was. Thank you. It was Ashton. He said, "I can't wait to start this on Play Anywhere." And I've been saying that with so many games. I wanna have that ability because I do travel, and when I do, I wouldn't mind taking a game on the road. But again, Crap, that is literally. If you were to do a pie chart and say, how much is Mooch actually going to use that? It's less than 10% over the course of a year.
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm saying. Like I've never done it. So like, and I've mentioned this before, right? Like I have a Switch, a 3DS, and a PlayStation Vita, and I've never played with those outside of the house. You know what I mean? Like there's times where my Switch is usually docked and I'll play it. The Vita, believe it or not, I'll kick back inside when games were plentiful on that. I played through the Uncharted game when that came. I just play them inside, like I would a game console, Same thing with 3DS. There's really good games on there, but I drive, right? So everywhere I go, I drive. And then once I get there, I either got to work or do something else. So where's there going to be time to play these games, streaming wise like that? And that's for me. I get it. I'm just saying, I don't understand who or where the idea that they needed to do this came from. Like that's my only point. So
right. No, I completely I hear your point there. But don't you think that Microsoft and Sony, it's funny. Everyone's talking about Microsoft, Sony, Microsoft. But the one thing that all this xCloud and Play Anywhere and Stadia, look at the success, Crap, that the Switch is having. Okay. And I'm with you. I use the Switch primarily docked. But just for example, this past Friday, I purchased the Castlevania Anniversary Collection. And I got to be honest with you. I said I was
Did you get a good deal on it?
Well, not really. Well, I guess $19.99 for whatever it is, 6 games or whatever that come with it. I guess you can call that a good deal. When it comes to Switch, it's very difficult. Very difficult. Say shout out to a lot of people in the chat too. We've got Iceman. Shout out to Snap. It's Mel. Mel, thank you for being here today.
Yes.
Just really great stuff. But I mean, I gotta be honest, guys. Tweet it out. Hit that like button. Let people know we're here Sunday morning, unannounced. We just I said to Crap. I said we were doing a Wednesday show. We did a Friday show. And I said, even though the news is plentiful, let's kind of let everybody digest it over the weekend, enjoy some gaming, because I do want to get into some gaming-related topics as well, Crap. And then we'll kind of have a traditional MNC morning show here today. But yeah, Crap, I got to be honest with you. I've been playing the Switch, and I took it out of the dock, okay, on purpose, I might add.
Yeah.
All right. I'm trying to prepare myself for a future invitation to a rooftop party.
Yeah. I still haven't got my invitation to a rooftop party. I'm really kind of looking forward to that.
Well, we're on the wrong coast.
Oh, is that it?
Yes.
I guess I'll have to get those flip-flops that cover my big toe only. And
well, Crap, let's be honest. Rooftops in Florida are probably steaming hot. Those are real. You guys are getting 85 in December, okay?
That's true. I have to also give up using plastic straws, because
the reason we don't do rooftop parties. We can't do rooftop parties here in New York because it's 75 stories up. If you got vertigo or afraid of heights, doesn't work.
Yeah, I mean, I am a little bit afraid of heights. Yeah, too damn tall.
Too damn tall. Okay, San Francisco's perfect for that, right? 2 stories, 65 degrees, perfect for rooftop parties.
Weird people, sure.
Well, listen, I got news for you. You got a big toe and you want to show it? Show it off.
I agree, man. Show it off, man. I'm excited.
That being said, Crap, I do want to bring this up too before we get, because I'll get back to the Switch. There's some other stuff to talk about. But this Rage 2 thing has Mooch kind of just clamoring at the bits here.
I like the third person talk too. This Rage 2 thing angers Mooch. Mooch angry.
Right, yeah, but whoever this Mooch guy is, anyways, Crap.
Yeah.
He appreciates the being brought up. I got I got to tell you something, though. It bugged me a bit, though, that this thing comes out on Tuesday for $60, and then it's $50 on Wednesday. And I know, listen, me and you've been a huge fan of this, and you know I'm okay with it, okay? You go buy an Anaconda. Let's just say it's $5.99. I don't know what the price is. I don't know what the price is. Snap it, Mel. It says big toes and rooftops. Oh, Mel, I'll fill you in on it when we stream Sea of Thieves. It's a great joke. Nonetheless.
It's not really a joke. That's the funny part.
No, it's not a joke. It was on Twitter. People were tweeting it out. But nonetheless, I got to say, Rage 2, right? When you go buy Anaconda crap, and let's just say it's $5.99. I don't know what the price is.
Would you say you have the Rage 2 is $10 cheaper on day 2 blues?
Oh, no. Oh, God. Couldn't you pick up piano?
I do play piano too.
All right, well, I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah,
little Billy Joel,
Rage
put a little like, a tip jar on the side.
Little piano man. Yeah,
yes.
tip us, and they're like, "Oh, who's this for? Mooch and Crap? Fuck you."
Whatever. It's all right.
Whatever,
it's all great, Crap.
Here's a tip. You're too late to plant your corn.
That must be Florida talk. Listen, Crap. But we don't have a problem if you go buy an Anaconda and it's $5.99, and then you say, "Hey, look, 2 years later, a year later, next Christmas holiday sale, it drops by $100." You know what I say? They go, "Hey, look, Mooch, I got my Anaconda for $4.99. Yours was $5.99." And I turn around and say, "Listen, good on you to get that extra $100 in your pocket, but for the extra $100, I got to enjoy and play this, and I got my money's worth, right?" But now you turn around and you say to somebody, "Oh man, I'll tell you, this Rage 2 is great. It's nothing but #fun. I paid $59.99 plus state tax. Great." All of a sudden, the next day, somebody's like, "I'll tell you, this Rage 2 is #fun. And $49.99 plus state tax has been great." What? I haven't even gotten to the second chapter. Yeah. So I didn't get my money's worth.
I'm not playing no 1080p games. That's my problem, man. 1080p, man. I'm not living that 1080p life, man. I got this Beast Box 1. Right. I even got a PS4 Pro. Why am I playing games at 1080p?
Yeah, that was an odd decision. I get where they were going with that. I think that kind of backfired on them because even people that are enjoying it are saying that, it's not looking great. It's not looking great. And that probably hurt part of its Metascore. Probably shouldn't have. Because I'll be honest with you, I mean, we shouldn't. We've said this since the beginning of the generations, especially Xbox fans. We really shouldn't judge a game by its resolution necessarily. I mean, if it's really an ugly game, that's fine. But like this game's not really ugly. It's got some issues, but it's not ugly. I think it's a fine looking game, and it plays at a pretty damn locked. I don't think it's locked 60, but it's close. Maybe
I think one of the main problems is the first game was such a visual treat, right? It came out on Xbox 360. It was locked 60 frames per second, but it looked gorgeous. Like, I don't remember what the technology was behind it, but it did it. And it took them like a long time to develop the game. And it looked beautiful, right? And this one, I think, who Avalanche did it or whatever, and there wasn't much. It doesn't look, like they put as much effort into the graphics as the first one was. And I think that's probably a little bit why. It'd be like if they came out with the new Crysis game, if Crytek came out and it looked like a PlayStation 2 game or something, like those games are known for graphics. And, when you scale back on them, I think it's a little bit disappointing.
Yeah, no,
just my opinion. I mean, especially on the X, if the X is so much more powerful than the Pro, why are they both doing 1080p 60?
I gotta say, shout out to Corey Hale. Says, "Mooch, what are you flying to Florida to break that harmonica?" I would literally, just so Crap wouldn't get upset, I'd pull a Sony from Godfather. I'd break the harmonica and then throw him the money I owe him for it. Damn thing. Yeah, Corey. Oh. Thanks a lot, Crap. I appreciate that. And while you did that, good dang, actually, Sully just did something extremely un-Sully-like.
He dropped the code. He dropped the code.
Very cool. Who's got the code? Yeah. Let people know it's a $10 gift card on Xbox, buddy. And I got news for you.
Shit, if I would have known that was popping up there, man, I would have tried to enter.
Who are you telling?
I'm dropping one more after the voicemails towards the end of the show, too. So, yeah.
We've got voicemails. Holy crap.
We've got voicemails. We've got drop codes. It's going to be great.
It is. Make sure you guys tweet it out. Like it. Let's get it. Let's go.
Well, let me tell you something, Crap. That Castlevania Anniversary Edition's 1999. There's half of it right there. And Gully's Gully. Like Sully and Gadan. Gully.
Gully?
What?
Now he's got another nickname.
Gully. Oh my.
Gully.
goodness.
Oh, Gully.
Yes.
Oh.
No, I like Sully better. Because I say Sully and I just
Yeah, Sully's better. Yeah,
Like-
Sully's better.
You don't smoke cigars though, do you, Gadan?
I used to smoke, but I stopped. So.
Well, listen, that's fine. I'm just saying, Sully. I can't see Sully without a cigar.
Yeah.
It's just
Hey,
the way the
that's
game
true.
was made. Don't blame me.
Light one of them bad boys up, Sully. Let's go.
Yeah, let's do a voicemail.
we can hear you doing like Xbot. You know what I mean? Xbot, like you can hear him vape. We can hear you like take a puff. You know. Well, let me
I'll
tell you
take
guys.
a sip of my Grey Goose. That's what I'll do. But it's. Too
Oh,
early
there
in the
you go.
morning.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, wait, you're earlier than even us, man. You're not on the East Coast, man. Props to you.
Yeah.
You get your ass up and do things, man. Appreciate it.
That's right. Okay. So the first voicemail is Juice Pouch.
Actually,
Juice pouch.
Good dang, if you could you resend me the that email?
I didn't get it either. I
Yeah.
just got an email that says the names of
Yeah,
the
it's
people
a- yeah,
without
yeah,
the
you got-
link.
You gotta
okay.
resend it to us, buddy. That's fine. Well, but in the meantime, I got news for you, Crap. I do have something else I kind of want to discuss.
Okay.
You know, I really do take that Rage 2. I wanted to get into this game. And for some reason now, the Metacritic again comes out at a 72. And this is the fourth game in a row we're kind of running into where Meta has kind of, I don't want to say hurt the sales of this game, but Meta seems to have a little bit more of a stronghold on people's purse strings than I originally thought. And I thought that
Unless it's a Sony exclusive, right?
well, yeah, absolutely, because Days Gone has absolutely killed.
Yeah.
And it was number 2 in the UK for 2 weeks. We haven't heard yet. Have we heard yet from NPD how Days Gone fared in the US?
Not yet. But
That's right.
You know, yeah, we're gonna wait and see, but I think it's gonna do very, very well.
Yeah, I think so. And I mean, what do you think that is, though? Is it the nature of the game, Crap, or is it more of the fact that we as gamers really haven't had a first party game from Sony in a bit? How long's it been since we had a first party game from Sony before Days Gone?
Let me see. What did
Just
we
trying
get
to think
before?
here. I mean, it's been
I think
a minute.
it was Spider-Man, right?
Right. So I mean,
Yeah.
that's the allotted amount of time where people go, you know what, I'm ready.
Yeah.
I did see a lot of people do say this. I'm not far enough to claim this, but it kind of disappoints me a little. There's people I know that are playing Days Gone and they're like 35, 40 hours in, and they're like, just want this game to kind of end already. It seems like they're just throwing quests in at the end and not letting the game wrap up. They just want to get that final story.
Especially if you did some of the optional quests during the beginning part of the game that can drag on. That's why I do as little as possible.
Well, Crap, I'll be honest with you. You know me. I've said this a number of times. I'm a big fan of doing all the side quests.
Yeah.
But in this particular instance, Crap, I with 40 hours behind the main campaign and very little side quests from the people I've seen do reviews, I got to say I'm really trucking forward. You know, I'm not doing a lot of the side stuff.
How do you like it? I mean, are you enjoying it?
I am enjoying it. And I know that sounds so, like, hey, just follow the grain. But that's not the case. It's literally a fact of that. I enjoy that world they created. You know what, Crap? You got to enjoy this. I like the motorcycle aspect.
I think it's cool, the upgrades and all that kind of stuff. Like, I wouldn't have thought that I would have liked that, but I actually did enjoy that. Yeah, I actually enjoyed that quite a bit. So, yeah, I gotta say, I like the game. It's very good. Everybody played this game. Even Xbox fanboys played this game. They played the hell out of the game. It's and it just goes to show you that I think Xbox fans are hungry for exclusives, even if they're not Xbox exclusives. Hey, give us a PlayStation exclusive. We'll play it. We haven't had anything decent in a long time.
That's my point. Enough time went by where people were kind of drooling for a game. It was the perfect storm.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Crap,
I agree.
what was that artwork that was leaked? And it came literally as one of those tweets we get is like, don't take this with a grain of salt. But it looked like it was a box art from Ninja Theory's new game.
I saw that. I don't know what it
is. That different from the game we thought they were working on for the past 6 years?
I don't know, because there was a mech in that game from what I could saw. Did you see the mech?
I did. I mean,
Okay,
I just saw a picture. I mean, I looked at his. Listen, I didn't see them. Those 3D puzzle drawings you used to stare at and be like, "Oh, look, I see a pirate ship." I didn't see shit.
Yeah, you know,
So I have a hard time. People are like, Mooch, did you see that cover art? Did you see all that stuff? People are like reading like 17 paragraphs off of a picture. I'm like, I don't see all that.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those ink tests or whatever.
Yeah.
So
what do you see here? I see a lot of ink on the paper. It looks like your toner's low.
Yeah, bleeding edge. That's what it. What it is behind the scenes is that's what it's called. I don't really know. It could be that same game. I mean, they've had a little bit more time in it.
Right.
That's one of the main reasons I'm excited for E3. I want to see, you know, what it is that they're going to be offering. You know, they're the dark horse. You know, they're the ones that you know, So Shady says Ninja Theory's game is rumored to be sci-fi and multiplayer focused.
That sounds good to me, Shady.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of a departure. Wouldn't you expect a single-player game? I can't wait for Microsoft to get the hate for forcing them to do a multiplayer game, even though this is something that was in production well before Microsoft bought them.
Right.
You know? So, yeah, you know, it's going to be interesting. But the Ninja Theory game is one of the reasons I'm so excited about E3, right? Like, yeah, more hardware, blah, blah, blah. You know, like, Mooch, I got to be honest. I'm hardware out a little bit.
Well,
you know what I mean?
That's a great kind of a point you brought up, Crap, because when we were before the mid-gen and even going into this generation, I really never thought I would say this. I thought reveal of new hardware would always be my top notch. But because now I'm finding that the hardware has kind of met up or kind of exceeded sometimes in certain circumstances, the TV and monitor space. I mean, I'm searching for I'm looking for my office. I would like to have a 4K TV that has FreeSync that's over 40 inches. It doesn't exist. Or you have to get a monitor that's 32, 28, 27 inch that has 4K with FreeSync, 120 frames, 144. But that's what it doesn't have HDR, or it's hard to find all of them. And when you do, it's extremely expensive in either category. So what I'm trying to say to you is that it seems like the hardware is superseding what we can actually watch it on.
Yeah, plus I sometimes just get the feeling that we have not yet seen the best of what the Xbox One X can do, right? I mean, we've seen some nice looking games, some 4K games, some 4K 60 games, and I just still feel like those games are slightly better looking on the X for the most part.
But the Xbox One X, Crap, here's where it's going to get screwed over. I feel like it's kind of the Jane Brady, if you will, of the next generation. It's going to be like Marsha. And the reason is it's going to have the power, and the GPU to keep up with things like the Lockhart, from rumor, what we hear.
Yeah.
But because of the Jaguar and the CPU and the cores and all that good stuff, it's going to be kind of like the island of misfit toys, because you're going to have the next generation cheaper skewed Lockhart having a great CPU. Then you're going to have the Anaconda with the great CPU. And then a lot of people I know, myself being maybe even a consumer in the same category, wanted to keep his X because it feels it's so powerful, but will be able to keep up with the resolution and not be able to keep up with the frames. It's you know what I mean? It's kind of in that like limbo world. That's why I'm telling people, if you get $250 or more, if it's more, you just forget about it. You do it. If you get $250 trade-in for an Anaconda, or even maybe a Lockhart, depending on what the actual specs end up being for your X, my recommendation on Moochonomics, and there's a test on Friday, folks, is you trade that in. You get that money's worth, because I got news for you. After a year of holding on to your X, I think the X is going to be feeling like it's falling behind because of the CPU. And I could be wrong. I don't know.
Well, here's the thing. There's two interesting comments in the chat. Brian Baker says Xbox needs, obviously he's being facetious. He says Xbox needs an adult type game, yet Minecraft and Fortnite rule the roost. Well, the casuals rule the roost. But if you look over at the opposite and you see Sony like God of War, those type of games, very, very much hardcore, very much a different graphical. And I don't have a problem with a certain type of graphic. Like, I mean, we've been getting very cartoony type graphics, but I do think that there comes a time when you have to do something offer a little bit of variety there, right? I mean, we were getting, the Sea of Thieves type over the type cartoony graphics, where, I would love to get something a little bit more realistic looking. And I think a lot of other people would as well. And Xbox One 4K says, if they don't show at least a teaser for Fable, this E3 will be an L. And I have to agree. We all know it's coming, unless you're a complete idiot. Like this thing is leaked. This is like the worst kept secret in gaming is that Playground Games is working on a new Fable. So I think we should get at least some kind of teaser, right?
I would think so, Crap. And I think, listen, I think when I say people, I mean Phil. I think they've heard from the masses now. They've heard enough from the media, YouTube, and gaming enthusiasts around the world. I think they know they have to show something. Now, the question is, what are they going to show? But I think they're going to have something to show. I just hope that they have. My one fear is that we all know that Halo Infinite is going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. I just hope that somebody at Xbox isn't saying, "Hey, maybe we should show a little bit of a CGI or update people on this new IP." And somebody goes, "No. We're doing a 12, 15-minute thing on Halo Infinite, and it's absolutely what everyone's wanted. Let that be our bread and butter." I think that's a big point, but I think you have to show. I said the magic number would be 2. 2 of their 7, 8, 9, 10 studios, whatever they got, show 2 new IP. I don't care whose it is. That's up to them. I can't sit here and dictate that. That's not my job. I'm here to enjoy it and see what they got coming down their path. But I mean, they got to show something, Crap. And I think
that's exactly my point, because I do feel like Phil takes it upon himself to Sony's not there. We got to carry the load. Let's show a bunch of third-party stuff. I feel the third-party stuff's important. But when you've been as dry as Microsoft has been lately, I think it's important to, show the fans who stuck by you some nice looking games, something new,
Absolutely.
a couple of new things. Yeah.
I would assume they've kind of heard that by now, Crap. I really do expect them to show
something. But I also, in the back of my head, I think, in their mind, they're showing a Fable, or if they show a Fable, Gears and Halo at the same E3, that's mega ton,
Right.
Like they might think that, hey, that's good enough, and then we'll show the Ninja Theory thing, and that's good enough. I don't know if that's good enough. I think you have to show one more new AAA IP in there as well. But I do think that it is going to be an exciting E3. I'm super excited. Either way, I think you're always going to have the 2 different types of people, right? When it comes to YouTubing and E3, you're going to have the overly excited pro Xbox who are going to already probably could have their script written about how amazing E3 was, right? No matter what they show, right? Oh, look, we saw 75 games. They're the first 5 minutes exclusive to Xbox. Great. You know what I mean? It's amazing.
Right.
And then, you're going to have the ones that are going to just be down on it no matter what it is, right? It sucked. They didn't show anything. They suck. And then you're going to have the ones that are just going to kind of keep it real. Like, hey, that was pretty good or whatever. But they could have done better. They really kind of left the door open. I wish they would have done. There's going to be like the more realistic ones as well. So
absolutely,
I think we're going to be the more realistic ones, and just kind of call it how we see it. They do need to have a couple of new IP in there, and hopefully they do. I have my fingers crossed. But Saleh, do we got the voicemails now? Right?
Yeah, I sent it to you both. You should have
it
now.
Yes.
Okay.
Without the oops.
All
right, buddy. Let's. Yes.
Okay, so Juice Pouch is up first, so I'm going to go ahead and run it.
Let's go, Juice Pouch.
Juice Pouch.
Hey guys, what's up? I wanted to mention Gears 5, especially since this upcoming game is about Kate. Now, I don't have a problem with that. I actually dig that. I do believe we need an Xbox girl. But do you guys think this game will get a lot of hate due to it being about Kate and not the Phoenix family? Kind of like what Halo did to Spartan Locke and Master Chief. Thank you guys. Have a great show.
That was Juice Pouch.
That's an outstanding question, Crap. I don't think we're going to get anywhere near the word hate. I think that Gears 5 will do very well. The question here is how will the coalition make the transition from the Marcus and James portion of the story that we've been kind of given over the years to this new outlook and taking it? It's literally a fork in the road here, folks, or maybe it's not. If Rod and his folks and the writers can somehow make it so that the Phoenix family and Kate's family all kind of have this interconnected thing. And there's maybe people listening to the show right now going, well, of course, Mooch, there is. That's fine. I'm unaware of it at this point. That's what I think they have to do. If they just take this and they just take James and Marcus and they just get rid of them and it's just Kate, I don't know what's going to happen with the hardcore Gears fans. That's the question, Crap. So it's really going to depend on how the coalition and how Rod and his team handle this transition and passing of the baton.
Yeah. This shouldn't even be controversial at all, but if they did it for the right reasons and it's just for the story narrative, I think it's fine. If they did it to fit their culture at Microsoft now, to try to shoehorn something in, then I think that's probably not the right way to go about it. But we'll know if it's shoehorned in, right? Like it'll be easy to tell if it's genuine or not. You know, the way they ended the last one should make it pretty clear. But it is a little bit odd, you know, because the games have always been about the Phoenix family, and then to just kind of up and change it is a little bit suspect. So yeah, I'm going to be interested to see how that works out for sure.
Yeah, I mean that's just I think that is an interesting point. And you know, I'll tell you something, Crap. I think Gears is at a bit of a crossroads. I think it's going to have an absolutely fantastic showing at E3. I think that we are going to get absolutely blown away by the graphics and the attention to detail we're about to see in this world. And I really do believe, I know I used the God of War reference, and I think people maybe misunderstand me sometimes. I don't mean in that same essence, but the same way that you can get into the boat with Kratos and Kratos and what's his son's name in that again there? Atreus. And kind of make your way around to different parts of that world. I think in that retrospect, they're going to kind of duplicate that process and have something where we can go out and explore this amazing world that is Gears of War. I just think that at this point in time, we've kind of gotten to a stalemate where we're doing these linear games. Even Uncharted 4 Crap had that one level where you were in the Jeep. Remember the 1080p mod? And you were able to kind of go all over the place and research and check things out. There was collectibles. There was a couple little side quests. There's things to do, things to explore. I think Uncharted, Gears of War, I think Halo moving forward are going to offer that. So that's myself personally. I think you're going to see this expansion. You're going to see some big things happen. And now how they tie that story in, I think that's a great question by Juice Pouch.
You know? Yeah, like I'm interested to see how they kind of tie it together and how much the Phoenixes are in there. You know what I mean? Like one of my complaints has always been that, you know, you've got to be able to tie it together and have some kind of idea on where it comes from. Because I'm having a discussion with some people in the chat about Microsoft's IP. Z Black Rider goes, where are they going to find multiple new IP? Well, they acquired these studios for the most part over a year ago. Couldn't you have something at least CGI to show? Supposedly Rare might show up with something, and they just released Sea of Thieves a year ago. And if they have something to show, why can't one of these new studios have something to show? Why couldn't a Microsoft bought something? Supposedly Phil Spencer promised that he bought and signed new deals years ago that would be ready to show now. So I'm hoping that we have some surprises along those lines, because he did say it. Now you can go back and look it up. Phil Spencer promised or says that they just signed deals for new exclusives, but wouldn't announce it because they're 2 to 3 years out. Well, that time is up this year. So they should have something. It doesn't even have to be from a studio that they just have. It could just be that they signed something for exclusive because they knew they had nothing in the pot for years. So it's on them. You know, Phil's done a lot of things, said a lot of things, and hasn't really come through with a lot of things. You know, he's done some things nice, of course, but he also promised, you know, to make it up to us for not giving us, you know, Street Fighter 5. Said he'd make that up to us, never did. You know, so he kind of ebbs and flows with what he does versus what he says. And, you know, I'm interested to see what they do. If they can, hopefully they can produce a couple new IP. You know, I don't think that's asking too much. How the hell can you go 4+ years and only have one new IP or none? You know, like, I don't think that's asking too much to show two, right? In 4 years, that's nothing.
Well, let me answer this to Z Black Rider, which is a good question. And Crap, I'm glad you brought it up. Let's remember a few Nintendo Directs ago, or maybe now it's almost a year ago. They just had a cloudy background and said Metroid 4. And it was like, all right, there's still people clapping. There's still somebody clapping after watching that a year ago. There's still somebody standing up and like, please sit down. The show's over. No, Metroid 4, I've been waiting a decade.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is you do not have to right? Show us anything elaborate. It could be a CGI. Heck, it could be just a name, a title, something we've been waiting for. Shout out to the Boldly Beaver. Shout out to Richie. Rich, thanks for being here today, buddy. I appreciate it. You know what I mean, Crap? That's a big deal. I think that's fan service.
Yeah.
You know, we've been waiting a long time for this, so it is a big deal. I think that's great. I don't know. What's your take? But I mean, what do you think, Crap, getting back to Gears 5 for a second? Not necessarily just the Kate story of it. What is it that Gears 5 has to do to separate itself from 1, 2, 3, and 4? Because people are looking for a healthy change. Don't take change the wrong way, Crap. A healthy change moving forward with technology.
Yeah,
the way they can make the game different.
I guess. I mean, I don't think you have to do as big a change as, say, what God of War experienced, but some kind of basic change I think would be fine.
Yeah.
I don't think you can change it too much because it's Gears of War, which is like this cover-based shooter. So I think as long as they keep the multiplayer familiar, that they'll be all right. You know, if they want to improve on the story, I think that's fine. Some people thought the story has always been weak. I thought the story in Gears 4 was probably the weaker of the stories, you know.
Right.
I didn't particularly like what they did with Marcus.
No.
You know, like a damsel in distress type situation on parts, and I didn't like the DB bots. So
yeah, well, the DB bots everyone's down on because they didn't expand that what do you call their evil character, if you will. Could have made it a little bit more intriguing than just literally bots that you shoot, they fall over, done. But, you know, became like the Clone Wars. They're just a series of the same looking enemy everywhere. But I mean, to be honest with you, I didn't care how they handled Marcus either. I thought that, like, for me personally, you know, we lost Dom a while back. Spoilers!
Yeah.
We lost Dom a while back, and Dom was actually one of my, if not my favorite character in Gears. That was kind of a sad thing, but you're like, you know what? That's fine. I can latch my lasso onto the star of Marcus. And then all of a sudden, Marcus kind of deteriorates. And I'm like, okay, well, you know what? Father to son. We've seen this a bunch of times, right? Let's see where they go with James. And then James' character, they didn't do much with at all, really, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
And so going from James to Kate, I don't have a problem with that because I don't think they did much with James.
Yeah.
So that's fine. But I really want to make sure that I hope they preserve the Phoenix family emblem, crest, and history as they move forward. That would be something that I think is a big deal. But great question by Juice Pouch. A lot of great debate as we get closer and closer to E3, and even following E3 when we learn more about the plot and what the coalition has in store for us as far as Gears 5 goes, Brad.
Yeah, it's very, very exciting to see what they have out. Like, I'm very excited to see it. Obviously, we haven't even really seen much from this game, so that's why I'm excited. You know, like, right. I can't wait to see what they've changed because we've seen very little of it. So, for me personally, that's what I want to see. Sully! What else we got? What else do we got, man? Who else is on the deck?
We got Gray or X Gray. He's up next. There's last voicemail.
All right,
let's hear Gray.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and.
How's it going, MNC? This is Gray. I just wanted to talk about Borderlands 3. That's just one of my favorite franchise. I've been playing it forever. Me and my buddy started playing Borderlands 1 recently, and we're about to start Borderlands 2, you know, just to get ready for the third one. But I wanted to talk about something that Mooch has been preaching for quite a bit. So, September, we have Borderlands 3, obviously the game I'm going to play. But I'm a big fan of Monster Hunter, so I'm going to be getting Monster Hunter Iceborne as well. There's the rumor that Gears of War 5 is coming out in September. There's not Wildlands, Ghost Recon Breaking Point's coming out in September. There's something else that I can't remember. Mooch, you've been preaching this for a while. Why do these companies always release all of their games in the same couple of months? They have all summer and before summer to get these games out of the door. They'll make money. They'll get bought. Like, these are great games that are getting crushed because they get released in the same time frame to hit that holiday time frame. I don't agree. It's gonna put a real dent on my wallet, man. Just for a little bit more personal note, all these great games are coming out in September. My first kid is born September 5th. I'm not gonna have any time to do anything like this. Oh well. I just wanted to bring that up. Mooch, I know you've been talking about it for a while, so you'll have a little bit to say about this. Love you guys. Have a great show. See you later.
That was great, and we did have a little technical difficulties with the static there. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Soleil with the static. Soleil.
Hey, shout out to the Boldly Beaver. Says Power Rangers Mega Battle. He's got a code in there. Let me know who gets it. Boldly Beaver, thank you so much for that drop. He's been dropping codes like crazy. Truly appreciate that, man. Great to see all the support here today. Gray makes a great point, Crap. Besides, he was doing his Luke, I am your father into a fan. So besides that, but why do we kind of shuffle everything into a 3-4 week span sometimes in the holiday? And I know people go, well, Mooch.
That's when
they spend their money.
Yep.
I don't know if I buy that. I mean, because here's the thing. He just listed 3-4 games coming out between, let's just say the rumors are true, between September and the beginning of October. I mean, you're talking about anywhere from, it could be, it's just $240 if you're buying all of them, 180, 120, $60. It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like, why not have a couple of these games that are ready, released in August? Heck, how about one around 4th of July? Imagine if you were known as the 4th of July bonanza. There's nothing on 4th of July.
Well, I mean, look, I think it depends on the game. If it's something that's well known, it might have a better chance of selling well. But just look at stuff like Metro. Word is that game didn't sell. Even Anthem apparently didn't sell extremely well. So,
But those are fall. With those, Anthem released in the spring, but Anthem also came out with about 4 other games, and that was supposed to be
how Rage does. I mean, Rage
that was supposed to be the juggernaut, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. Look, I'm just saying that you look at Gears, you look at Borderlands, and we had a great discussion, Crap, on Crossfire about this on Friday. And, I got to be honest with you, because Borderlands 3 is a multi-plat, Borderlands 3 is going to do very well. It's going to probably beat Gears 5 sales numbers only because it's on everything, right? But that's an interesting point. And everybody on the panel, not everybody, a lot of people were like, Mooch, I'm buying them both. This is not even an issue. Why is it a topic? Well, it's a topic because even if you have, let's not say casual and hardcore, we're cutting out the middle there. There's middle folks in there that play not as much as hardcore, but they play more than Call of Duty and Madden.
Yeah.
But those people, what those people don't like? They don't like spending $120 in 4 days. They don't like it, So, I mean, shout out to Delirium Blades, who got the 10 spot, the last Xbox $10 gift code. Shout out to Blades. Awesome dude. Great guy in the community. Blades, thanks for all your help and all these years in promoting the show and also helping me in my PC build, man. Awesome guy. But yeah, I got to be honest with you, Crap. I think that's the way I look at it. I mean, do you have a problem with congesting 3 to 6 weeks full of games?
Well, I mean, Microsoft has Game Pass, though. Like, if you really want to play,
but this was happening before Game Pass. This is not changed. Yes, Game Pass does kind of alleviate that, if you want to say that, I guess. But what happens if you wanted one Sony exclusive title that comes out October 3rd? I'm making this up. October 3rd, and then you want Borderlands, and let's say you want the new Call of Duty. Right?
Yeah, I think you had to pick the one that you want the best. I mean, we all got to kind of pick and choose, I think. You know what I mean?
But would we have to if they were separated a little bit more evenly?
Even if they were, it seems like most months, things have been more separated lately. And I feel like if you separated them even more, you would just congest other points of the year now.
It's a good. I mean, I get you, Crap. I hear you. I don't. It's not a moot point. It's not a moot point because I think people will always be discussing this, and I know now everybody just leans on the whole. Well, I'll get it in Game Pass. I'll get Gears in Game Pass. That's $10, and then I'll buy Borderlands 3. I think Knox made a great point. For $75 after tax, you're playing both those games, which is certainly cheaper than $120
for sure.
But again, I think a lot of people want to, I shouldn't say that. I know I want to own Gears 5. Maybe Crap, I'll tell you something. I will say this much. I know I have Game Pass still. I'm definitely going to own Gears 5. There's no question. I've told you that. I'm going to buy it. But now the question comes, do I need to buy it at the $60 mark when I can play it on the same night as you? And I will buy it off the Microsoft store, but maybe I'll wait till it's 40. I mean, I'm just saying, Crap, if I said to you, here's a copy of Gears 5. I'm giving you a physical copy of Gears 5. Here it is. And you're like, well, is it mine? I go, no, I'm letting you use mine, Crap. And you go, well, no, I want to own it. Well, you can buy it later. I'm not even asking for it back. Like, just play it.
Yeah.
So you start playing it. You get halfway through. You go to the Microsoft store, you're like, oh, $60. I really do want to own this, but geez, Mooch said I can have this thing as long as I want. I'll buy it later. Right? I mean, why would you go buy it when you can buy it later?
Yeah.
You already give them, and you can't say, well, I want to support the team. You are supporting the team. You have Game Pass.
Yeah.
So
I guess it's up to the individual, like if they can swing it or not, Yeah. Like for me, I want to own Gears, obviously. So
well, you have when's your Game Pass expire, crap? Or has it already?
Has already expired.
Yeah, so so for you're buying Gears. That's
yeah.
But I was using an analogy. I think it held some water, but if you got a great deal, crap, if you saw 6 months of Game Pass come back for the 6-month price for 12 months of service, let's say you did jump on that, you might scratch your chin and say, maybe I'll wait.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to be jumping on Borderlands though either. It's like
that's true. I don't think that's your bag.
Yeah, I haven't really played those games. Yeah, I haven't really had a chance to play much with it though. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm not gonna lie to you, crap. I'm a little torn here because I am a massive Borderlands fan, and of course I love Gears.
Yeah,
and they're both coming out within 3 days. Well, excuse me. That's a rumor. We don't know when Gears is coming out. It said September 10th. If the rumor is true, 3 days. 3 days.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't play much of either game in 3 days. They're both going to be pretty in-depth. They're going to have a lot to it. Gears going to have a hell of a multiplayer. So I'm a little torn.
Yeah, I can understand that.
You
can't go wrong with Gears. I don't know.
You really can't. I would feel that I would start with Gear if those dates are true, and we know the September 13th one is because Gearbox has announced that.
Yeah,
but
I mean, look, Gears could be released in November. A lot of times they release those in November, so we'll have to see.
Yeah, that is true, crap. That is true. Very true. Now, crap, what is your take on the whole? Are you in on this? The Lockhart with the rumor and the Lockhart having the half of the GPU is the Anaconda. I mean, is this? We got Sully here. Sully, what do we got to do? Sully!
Yo.
Yeah.
What do we got to do to get you off the Lockhart and onto the Anaconda?
I'm just be broke next year. I'm upgrading so much equipment next year. It's not even funny. So saving $100 will help, especially. I mean, $100.
I just don't want to see you get that. That's 100% true. Right? My only thing, I don't want you to get home with that Lockhart and you're like, crap.
Yeah.
For a little bit more, I could have been playing as Pred was saying, the God box.
Yeah, the God box. Yeah, like if the Anaconda comes out maybe at $4.99, if it does, I might get it. But if it's at $5.99, I'm gonna wait. So yeah, we'll see.
But pricing's gonna play a big role, isn't it, crap?
Pricing.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna all come down to what the price and content. I mean, if you don't have something new and impressive to show off, who the hell is gonna want to buy your stuff?
Well, let's just put everything down on paper that we're kind of aware of, okay? Don't take this as gospel, folks, but I'm saying you have Halo Infinite coming out on the release of the Anaconda. That's a hell of a drop, crap. And then you're telling me now with the x86 architecture and the movement forward, there isn't going to be a stall like we've had in previous generations. So out the box, your Anaconda is going to play all of your multiplats better. There's going to be a plethora. You think in 2020, fall of 2020, holiday 2020, we're not going to have a bunch of games coming out from third-party developers? Absolutely.
I do, but I'm not sure. I'm dubious on whether those are going to take advantage of said box. We haven't really had games that take advantage of this box. I don't know.
Yeah, but now we're in a different world, right? Because now PlayStation and Xbox are both doing that 4K 60 life. I think this will be different.
It could be. I hope so. But usually when you first start a new quote unquote generation, it's not really taking full advantage of it right away, in my opinion. So.
Yeah. No, and let me say a shout out real quick to Boldly Beaver again. He says, well, I can say I have more codes to give away leading up to E3, so pay attention to my Twitter as well as Mooch and Crap. One of them might be a bigger title as well. Hey, thanks again, Boldly Beaver. That's really nice. Yeah, I appreciate you dropping codes like that. It's great for the community to just come in and while they're hanging out enjoying the show, also walk away with something. We gave away 2 Xbox gift cards of $10 value tonight, courtesy of Godang, a.k.a. Sully! And one of a Sully Maniac out there. So great to have that out there. I don't know, Crap. What else you got? Anything else you want to discuss before we call it a Sunday? Because there's a lot going on. We got gaming to do.
Yeah, I mean, I think I think we probably covered most of it. I'm looking forward to the upcoming weeks because we're going to start seeing more and more stuff as we get closer to E3. The leaks will be more and more legit, and so I'm kind of excited to see exactly what Microsoft comes up with. I'm hoping they just knock it out of the park. I mean, going up there when Sony's not there, in my opinion, is critical to get everything out that you have. Leave it all on the floor that day, like every damn thing you can do. Price drops, consoles, exclusives, new IP, CGI, whatever you got to do, get it out there. And I feel like that's something that Microsoft can't lose sight of. They got to keep the fans happy. 4 years is a long time without a new IP.
Really is.
Get it done. Figure out a way to get it done. You're Microsoft. Do something.
Do something.
I hope so. Yeah, I hope so.
I think so. I think we're going to see something great this E3. I really do. I think it'll be an entertaining, and do keep an eye, folks, on Mooch and Crap's channel, because we'll be doing MNC coverage throughout E3 day. It'll be a lot of fun, and we'll have some special guests popping in and out of the show. It's just going to be a absolute blast. We've got a lot of stuff planned, some skits. It'll be great. With that, I will say this much. So usually we do an hour and a half, a little longer show. I've got some stuff I got to do today. I wanted to make sure we got this show in because there's a lot of hot news going on. We will be back this upcoming week. Crap, we haven't decided yet if it's going to be Thursday or Sunday, but we will be tweeting it out early this week.
Fingers crossed for Sunday.
Let's keep fingers crossed for Sunday, everybody, right?
Yeah, Sunday
exactly.
Sunday would be good, but if it's Thursday, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah,
we'll
I'm ready
for
too,
Sunday,
either way.
But
so.
I appreciate you guys always there on the fire button whenever Mooch is ready. You guys are ready to go. I appreciate that.
Oh, yeah.
Real quick, thanks to everybody in the chat again, the Bully Beaver. Shout out to Gadang for those great codes. Shout out to Oh Snap It's Mel. Great to have her here. Congratulations to Brian Baker, Delirium Blades, who's here as well. Shady, all you guys, fantastic. And you know what, Mel, sometime this week we'll work something out. I want to maybe even Tuesday night, little Sea of Thieves action. I'm down. I'll reach out to you after the show for sure. But guys, please do hit the subscribe button. We've got a lot going on in the E3. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of rumors and news, good times. Hit the bell, hit the like button, and Gadang, if you'll take us out with that great music that we've got by the talented Live Wires, I'd appreciate it. Very talented, man.
Yes, we'll see you guys later.
Thank you, guys.
MNC is MNC. He gon' rack it up, get your game on, and he gon' bag it up. Y'all know what Mooch on, Mooch and Crap. Mooch and Crap. Mooch and Crap. Mooch and Crap. It's that time to get ready for the MMC show. Grab your coffee or your liquor, cause we ready to roll. They talking games, plus some gadgets, and you already know. Dial that number, leave them questions, and away they go. Be a pony or a bot, the truth be it don't matter. We just gamers talking games, not those drama queens matters. So let's talk about gaming, news, leaks, and reviews. This a fan show on whatever topic y'all choose. True Xbox fans, and y'all know we bleed green. Yet we got every console we can play, everything. Got that Forza, got that Halo, got that Fallout, got that Kratos, got that Zelda, got that Spidey, got that AC, got it Ike. Mooch and Crap. Mooch and Crap. Mooch and Crap. Mooch and Crap. We just talking about games, no drama. That's how we do. MMC stays a show just for the people. Nostalgia is a hell of a drug to be a fiend to. Gaming is the #1 hobby we all keen to. Mooch and Crap, bringing gaming opinions and facts. MMC is back on the map. It's the best for sure, and that's that. It's MNC. It's MNC. It's Mooch and Crap. It's Mooch and Crap. MMC.